Hello my friends, and welcome back to another video where in the last 24 hours the BGT talent company in New Zealand are currently on the search and looking for lots of extras and actors for the upcoming Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series. So I think it came out 24 hours ago and they published, and there's quite a lot of categories that they're looking for, and we're going to be covering them in today's video. And the first two that we're going to be looking at actually have Amazon's Lord of the Rings in the name, and it says, are you under 4'8" or 145 centimeters? If that's you, we need you. Submitting talent for the upcoming Amazon original series based on the Lord of the Rings. We need short people, and they go on to explain how to apply. So people under 4'8" or 145 centimeters, that can obviously probably mean dwarfs, because as you guys know, there weren't any prominent hobbits, or hobbits weren't probably even around during the Second Age. So canonically, or if that's even a word, so according to the canon, that would not make sense. So we're probably relying on dwarfs, but you could have the men in the forest, or the Dunlendings could possibly 4'8", but that'd be a really big stretch. But I doubt that's the case, and that they're probably casting dwarves. Next, we are looking at action extras needed. Do you have stunt training? BGT need action extras. We are currently on the search for talents with skills such as horse riding, archery, gymnastics, sword fighting, boxing, and rock climbing. So they are all very interesting, and of course you're probably given that there's probably archery or horse riding or sword fighting. And then after it goes to say on an epic TV production shooting in Auckland. And then I believe if we go down in a second, that near the end it says submitting talent for the upcoming series based on the Lord of the Rings. And I'm happy they're saying based on, not saying for the Lord of the Rings TV show, which is quite promising as well. Now we are looking at the BGT advertisements that don't include Lord of the Rings in the name, but I'm 95% sure of that it is for the Amazon Lord of the Rings TVs, and I'm certain. And the reason I'll go into later why they probably haven't written it's for the Amazon show. But first of all, I'd also like to say that even on the website, the BGT website, where they have written and shown all the shows there's probably lots of shows in New Zealand or around the Auckland area that casting as well. But I believe the ones that we're going to be looking at now, I believe, are for the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series, so there's no confusion with that. So the first one is a riding double, and it's an urgent casting call. BGT are currently on the search for a Kenyan or Pakistani male around 160 centimeters who can ride a horse for an upcoming TV production based in Auckland. And I just want to say, I think Lord of the Rings is basically one of the only, if not the only, production in Auckland, and that's a big indication as well that is for the show, either when it says an upcoming or a major production in Auckland. So now thinking about the Kenyan or Pakistani male, I'd like to first say that there's a big difference between what a Kenyan looks like and a Pakistani looks like. So there's a big variety there. So it's interesting, and of course in this video I don't want to get into any race debates, because I think that's talked about quite a lot in the talking community. So I just want to step that aside and just talk about the fact that they are casting for Kenyan and Pakistani people, which is pretty interesting, because hopefully we'll be seeing a wide variety of different races and different people in the Lord of the Rings. And I mean that by races, I mean like elves, dwarves, men, stuff like that. But of course I obviously love to see, well, this is the thing, I didn't really want to get into the debate about race, so I'm going to leave that to the side. And it's quite interesting that a Kenyan and a Pakistani male who are, and they're riding doubles as well, so I'm banking that they are probably men. Now on to the next one. They're asking, are you from Asia? Urgent cast call. I think another indication that it's for the show is that all the ones on the site that say urgent is probably for the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show. But as you continue, call for major choices. And that's, again, I was saying earlier, where it says, and I'll leave a link to the website in the description where you can go check for yourselves, all of them, because so many different casting calls, and not all of them are for the Lord of the Rings TV show, but these are the main ones. And it says, are you of Asian descent, live in Auckland, 18 over, and able to go? And that's just a standard thing, and $240 a day. If you're Asian, go for it, that would be good. And of course I think they're not talking about Asian. I think they're more Chinese or Japanese or Korean. I'm not really thinking. I think if it was like Indians, that would be a separate entity, because you can even see from the pictures at the top that they what type of people they are looking for, and they are all, I believe, of of East Asian descent. The next one is really controversial and can create a no debate itself, and that is, are you comfortable with nudity? BGT are currently on the search for talent who are comfortable with partial or full nudity. Intimacy guidelines be followed, and we look for all shapes, sizes, and beautiful looks, which is sweet. But this, as I said before, can cause a major debate. And one thing I'd like to say is that I know some people are panicking a lot, some people are panicking a bit, some people are fine with it. I'll say for people who are panicking a lot, I just want to at least say that they aren't talking about, and of course I don't want my video to get age restricted, so I'm not going to say the word, but they're not looking for people who are wanting to do sex scenes, so of course I'm not going to say it, but that is a positive, I believe that, but maybe they are, I'm not sure, but leave in the comments below your opinions, as I want to stay more neutral, so I want to give the news and rather state my opinion, but it's interesting. And I believe in one of the, I think, scenes from like years ago, like a year and a half ago, there was talk about, but it sounded quite intimate, the scripts that were leaked, so I'll try find out that one, and I'll make another video on it. But that's all I'm talking about, intimacy and stuff like that in the show. So as I said, leave your opinions in the comments below. The next one is pretty straightforward. They're just looking for Indonesian talent between the ages of 18 and 35 for upcoming shoot in Auckland, which is probably Amazon's Lord of the Rings TV series. So, and it's soon as well. So yeah, I can't say else really, that if you're Indonesian, get in touch. The next one is quite interesting because it says they're currently looking for an African American / African male over 6'4" for the upcoming TV production shooting in Auckland. And there's two interesting things. That firstly, the pay is significantly more, $400 per day. I think that's the most so far. 4 days a week, and up till December. And as I said before, I'm 90% sure this is for the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series. So the first thing, that if they needed quite a lot, 4 days a week, and it's up to December, maybe that shows how the shooting is, that maybe people of more darker toned skin and I might as well say more African people will be needed much more in the production process up till December, which is really interesting. So yeah, as I said, if you're 6'4", African male, and you love Lord of the Rings and Tolkien's works, go for it, apply. This one is my favourite one because I can bet my house and everything I own that this is for Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series, even though I haven't said it, because I remember about 7-8 months ago in January time and back in September, October time last year, they were looking for people with freckles and for unique looks, and if you stand out, we want you. They're calling up with freckles. You'll be needed for background extra and feature extra work, with opportunities to upgrade to large roles, which is really interesting, on an upcoming TV production, of course, which I believe is Lord of the Rings, because I don't believe, first of all, it's in Auckland, and second of all, I doubt any other show in Auckland is looking specifically for major extras who have freckles. And the Amazon show in the past have, the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV show in the past have asked for people with freckles, which basically implies that they are looking for people like this, and they haven't written there is for the Amazon show, which is quite interesting. And that's what I believe, this is what all the ones I've gone through are for the Amazon show, but they haven't written it. But for the two they have at the start of the video, I think maybe, I don't know, for any reason, maybe because a bit of controversy, I don't know if they don't want people knowing what type of people there will be in the show, what different types of people they may be, because they want to leave it to be a surprise. So maybe more marketing comes out, so I can't really put my finger on the reason, but it really interesting. If you have any of this, please leave them in the comments below as well. And the final call out we are looking in today's video has Lord of the Rings written all over it. Are you a male in your 20s and with long hair? And they're saying that is going to be for a production Auckland, and And I want to just point you guys to the top right corner, and they show the picture of the type of people that actually won. And first, there's few types of races that we could see that this casting call is applied for. First of all, dwarves, as you can see, especially the guy in the top right of that top right picture, looks like a dwarf. And secondly, of course, you have Numenorians, as you can see them with long hair, because we saw Aragorn in the movies have like I think the same length hair that they did, and he was of the line. And also we could see the Dunedain as well. We could see them having this long hair. So there's many different types of people that in middle life you can, and even as I said before, Dunlendings, they might be looking for them as well, or people in the people in the forest who have long hair and are quite shaggy. So it's quite interesting. But as I said, that's the last one for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. We have covered lots of things today, so such as race, etc., and nudity. So there's quite a lot of interesting things and some controversial things, of course, and mainly by that I'm talking about the nudity. And with the race stuff, I wouldn't, please, like, don't say anything about it in the comments, because I want to keep it as, I know I want it to be a friendly community, but I don't want to have like chats about race in the comments below, because I know in the Tolkien community, in quite a lot of places, that is quite apparent. So I just want to keep that away from here, if you guys please. And and please don't be racist as well in the comments, because I might have to delete them, because I don't want that on the channel. If you believe stuff like that, please put it on other places, but not here. I just want to say that at the end as well. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Until the next video, my friends, goodbye.